Hey, this is me in my own home that I share with my husband and my children. We're here, and yeah, we're almost into April, and a lot has changed, but also a lot of things have stayed the same. And um, today is the first day that I've kind of been in the house by myself. Um, my sons have gone to school, and um, my littlest has gone to. Littlest, is that even a word? I don't know. He's gone to my mum's for a little bit. I'm sure he'll be having a really good time. And I'm just kind of like brain dumping. I've been writing notes this morning. I I don't know. There's just been a lot going on in my mind lately, and I've just found writing things down is really helpful. Um, Sitting with uncertainty and discomfort is something that I massively struggle with. And I think even just saying that out loud is progress. I find myself being drawn towards things that as a kid I really enjoyed. I'm just looking now at, and I wouldn't have even noticed this, but I'm just looking now at like this. It'll probably be, oh, it's not backwards. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And like, I remember even as a teenager, like, definitely as a young kid, but as a teenager being so incredibly content with having like one of those crossbody satchel bags with a book in. One of them, what I thought I was so cool, was a Clockwork Orange, and just being lost in the pages of the book. And that's something that I really want to get into again. Just words and writing things down, and oh, amazing. New appreciation, like it's like renewed appreciation for books and stuff. And I'm reading these. Needing to know for sure. A CBT based guide to overcoming compulsive checking and reassurance seeking by Martin Seif and Sally Winston. And that was after, I've still not like read that yet, I've literally just flicked through it. I've read this book, which is great, by the same authors. I've got the audiobook, I've now got the paper copy, and it's really very helpful. I wish I'd have known about it when like during my pregnancies, because pregnancy for anybody is like a whole mixture of things. It's like incredible in every way. It's like the ultimate unknown. I remember being really, really scared of being pregnant, and like before I was pregnant, and then even when I was pregnant, being really scared. I'm just gonna have to have a drink. It smells like deodorant. That's really weird. And yeah, like even now, I've got this hoodie on. What Matt bought me from Meadowhall when we went before, because I was feeling really insecure. I wanted like a big baggy hoodie, and it's keeping me warm now because I've not got the sort of 5 to 6 extra stone that I was carrying before, and I'm gonna keep going with that as well, even though I find it incredibly hard. I know that I can keep going, and pregnancy is like uncertainty. And like I've just been watching a video on YouTube Let me just see if I can find. I'm gonna have to probably do it on here actually. I don't even know. I've not been on. Oh, it is doing it. I've not been on the computer for so long. It was a video by this really cool person on YouTube, and I can't remember who it was. I think it's because I'm not on the. I need to switch accounts because for some reason I've got like 5 fucking accounts on YouTube. I don't really know why. Talk about complicating things. Switch account. My eyes feel so sore. Okay, the channel is called Finding Others on YouTube, and she is just, I don't know what her name is, but absolutely amazing filmmaker. She said what her name is, but I can't remember. But I just watched, like, it was to do with, I think the video is called Unplugged 2 Weeks Without a Phone, which was really, really well made. And then I watched her video called The Path of Uncertainty, Mindset 2025, and I found that incredible as well. I don't know why that's only got 291 views, because it's like a mini film and just so much insight into it, and she's just amazing, and it's like inspired me to continue to like do things that are outside of your comfort zone, because that's sort of the only way that you grow. And it's hard and it's scary and whatever, but it's worth it. You don't realise how much how much you can change, like, in a good way. And I've been writing notes down this morning, like, with my notebook, and got this, oh, hang on, there we go. I've got this notebook, it's just this one. It's full of, like, my scribbles and my kids' scribbles too. So I've got, like, my exercises that I've been doing, like my resistance training exercises I've done here, and then there's like a monster on the other page, just because my son doodles all the time, and like it's just a huge, yeah. So I feel a bit lost at the moment. I feel kind of like, again, like my head feels like it's buzzing with lots of different things. Like the weight loss thing is difficult in a lot of ways, because it's like you feel like you can't do it, and then you start to act, you start to change your behaviour, you start to like build these new habits over time, and obviously like reducing your calories and adding in some more kind of walking and resistance training and things like that, and you've just got to start, and it's really hard, but at the same time it's that thing of you've just got to kind of accept that, like, well, what are you going to do? Like, what is the alternative? The alternative for me would have been to just carry on complaining and, you know, being out of breath all the time and continuing to feel overwhelmed and in pain and resentful and just not in control, constantly like striving and yearning for more, and like feeling like I wasn't enough, and just all the mean things that people had told me over my life. It's like they were starting to come into reality, and it's like it kind of manifested as this like additional fat on my body, and it's like it's so heavy to carry. It's so heavy to carry that physical extra weight, but also the kind of the conceptual weight and burden that you're carrying as well with that. It's like giving yourself permission to just let go of it. But doing that is hard, and sometimes well, I'd say all of the time, it's like that discomfort, yeah, nobody wants to experience it. Like, we all are kind of, our brains are programmed to sort of like resist discomfort and like get away from it and stuff. But we're living in a world now where we don't need to eat tons, because we now have access to like higher calorie density things, which are great in the appropriate amounts and appropriate occasions and stuff. But like having that every single day and needing that, and that being a constant thought, it was in my mind anyway, of like it was kind of like something to numb the discomfort that I was feeling. And then you kind of swap that discomfort for a different type of discomfort, which is like losing the weight and that process. But I'm in the messy middle now, and I feel very much like I'm so pleased that I have taken the steps to continue with this. I do take Manjaro. I take 3.75 milligrams every week, every Thursday, and I also have PMDD, which means that I've just noticed anyway, for me personally, I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm just trying to be aware of like what happens with me just on the day-to-day, so that I can, if I'm aware of something, then I can actually change it or like alter it, tweak it, and sort of make it a bit better. Whereas if I'm not aware of it, then you can't do anything about it, can you? I noticed, like with the PMDD, my menstrual cycle, when I start having a period, when I start bleeding, I do sometimes have like a release of stress and like emotions. Like today, it's the first day that I'm bleeding, and I still feel quite highly strung, but also feel a bit freer as well. You can feel all those things at the same time, and I've kind of had like quite a big release of emotions today. Like I've cried, but it's felt good to cry. Whereas when I'm kind of just past ovulation, in that luteal phase, I just feel like a completely different person, and I just find everything is heightened in a really negative way, and it's kind of difficult to even put it into words and talk about it. But I suppose the awkwardness of that is reality, so that's just how it is. And I take fluoxetine to help with anxiety and depression, and the PMDD as well. Take 30 milligrams every day. That seems to be kind of helping. It's not a magic wand or a magic cure, but it's something in conjunction with, you know, things that I've learned over time that I have to sometimes remind myself of, is kind of helping. And that plus time as well, like allowing myself to be bored, allowing myself to sit with discomfort. And I think if you can practice that skill, that's a skill. That's a skill. So I mean, I'd love to do, you know, things that are a little bit more socially appreciated, like being a really good singer or something, but I'm not, and that's okay. And yeah, I've just got like so much that I'm writing here. I'm sure other people, the thing that keeps kind of cropping up, I just do like little brain dumps and stuff. Like music makes me feel alive, and it does. Like I love music. Writing down some of the thoughts that you're having is very helpful. I've been waffling on now for too long. I've also been trying to, there's just, I don't know, my mind's all over the place. I wrote this morning, like, movement daily, dropping the boys off at school and picking them up all counts as movement, and being outside is good. It's a really nice sunny day today, but I also like rainy days too. And I've put mobile phone, maybe an iPhone 13 mini, as it's smaller, easier to carry, because I've only got little hands. Like, my hands are small in size. That's me holding a pen. I cut my hair the other day as well, and it's not really... this is just a little bit wild. I don't really know what I'm going to do with that. My eyes are stinging. I don't really know why. It's probably because I'm tired. I've just put, like, kids... if I can try and simplify things as much as realistically possible, what needs to be done every day to make Mike life easier. Bags packed, reading diaries filled in, lunches made, water bottles filled, clean clothes accessible, because at the minute, because we've moved in here, which I do feel really sad about where we left though, because we were there for like nearly 6 years, and especially with my older 2 boys, we brought them there, and Alex was literally only a few months old, and like so much change happens in those early... what is that? So much change happens in those early years, and in those early months and years, and the days feel so long, but the years are so short, and I feel like now my mind's kind of processing all of that as it's like rose tinting it, and I know that like I really struggled, and I still do sometimes, like a lot of the time. I just need to remember to like relax my jaw and relax my shoulders, and just all of that like positive birthing stuff, like how to have a... it's so weird how, and also so amazing how like pregnancy and like postnatal stuff has shaped me in a way that I never thought, I never expected, I never necessarily wanted, but here I am, and I'm a completely different person now to what I was before my first pregnancy, and I'm trying to learn from all of it, and I'm trying to process it all, allow my brain to kind of catch up, implement kindness, implement slowing down, breathing, implementing rest, and like there's just no rush. There's no rush. It's okay. And I find that really, it's like comforting to know. I met a lady this week who lives like a few doors down from us, and she noticed like I was walking the kids to school, and she was one of the first people that I've met who didn't default to the kind of, and again, I know that people mean well, like they do, but she didn't default to the kind of like, oh, you've got your hands full. She said, she just asked me, are they all yours? And I said, yeah. And she said she's got 11 kids, and one of her daughters died in adulthood, but she's died, and I said, I'm so sorry, because that's like, for me, like one of the hardest things was losing a child, but I didn't even have that like added extra pain that I know I would have if that child had have lived sort of, like a few days or a few years or longer than that. It's like you get to know them, and you get to like find out what they like and how they are and how they speak and how they move and all those things. I didn't get that with my son, and in a way it's like I find that kind of obviously I find it really sad, but I also am kind of like protected by that because I don't there's none of those elements to necessarily miss because I didn't have them. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Does that even make sense? I don't know. Yeah. I've just put like slow down, there's no rush, it's okay, there's no race. In terms of like weight loss and stuff, people that I've found really helpful are Beth Ferrico. She's on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. Somebody's banging, but yeah, I really like her stuff, and like Dr. Mike from the Renaissance periodization, I think that's what it's called. That's really good. And I do like Cole as well from Snake Diet, but I sometimes find he's a bit ranty because, again, like, I'm not using it as an excuse. People who have obesity, they have obesity. It is a disease and it has to be managed. And like shouting at people it might get some people to do it, but it's like, why are they doing that? Are they doing that because they're afraid? Are they doing that because, like, what's their motivation? And I know some people might say, like, well, it doesn't matter what your motivation is. If you're changing in a positive way, like you're losing fat, that's good. And yes, I agree, it is. But it's also like, protect your mental space as well. And like, you don't need to have somebody shouting at you. And like, you don't need a like huge steaming pile of blame, shame, and guilt. Because if you're a fat person, you've probably already experienced that in your life from other people and from yourself as well. So why do you need more of it? Is that actually helpful? I don't think so. Yeah. So the things that have worked for me anyway have definitely been like being realistic, being kind to myself, and then I can be kind to other people as well. I don't need to be crabby. I definitely do get crabby. Like, things do piss me off. Things do anger me and get under my skin because, and go into that in another video. But I think, yeah, like, especially, I just have to let it go. But like, other people who just do not understand the complexity, and it's even hard to put into words, but like motherhood, parenting, being pregnant, postnatally, surviving fucking postnatal depression. It's just, but it's funny, isn't it? Because like, if those kinds of people, and I have people in mind who I know don't get that at all and don't recognize that or acknowledge any of that as any kind of like feat or endurance in any way, but they're the sorts of people who would be like, oh, if you have been to war or something, like, you're such a fighter. And it's like, yeah, but why not this and that? Like, why can't you have both? Why can't both things simultaneously exist? Because they fucking do. They exist together. I don't know. Maybe that's just because I've got an open mind. Like, and yeah, like, I'm trying to push myself in ways that I never thought I could, and I'm trying to sort of delve into things that make me uncomfortable because I know that I'm gonna experience like a deep and meaningful life. Plus, I've got boys. Like, I'm a mum of boys, and there's I've always been just so vanilla and like, naive, and now I'm like, it's like my eyes have been opened and I'm a little bit like, oh god. But it's fine. Yeah, it's exciting, really. Yeah, I've got so much more to talk about, but I'm gonna close this now because I really need a wee, because for some reason apple and blackcurrant squash makes me pee a lot. So this was interesting, and yeah, I think the lesson from today is that I'd like to maybe do something with all of this, and that's like the bigger ambition, and then kind of make sense of things a bit more. And oh my god, nearly half an hour. I don't know how to edit. Maybe I'll learn if I've got time. But I would really like to do some more sort of focus videos on this kind of thing and these kind of subjects that I know about, because they say, don't they, like, talk about what you know. What do I know? I don't know. Yeah, thanks for listening. And I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever chapter of life that you're in, that you know you can absolutely get through it.